today I'll be showing you a couple easy tools to make a colorful abstract watercolor painting. Your first step is going to be taking your watercolor paper, laying it flat, and then having some fun with your washi tape. For anyone that hasn't heard of washi tape before, it's a crafting tape whose defining features are the pretty patterns it tends to have, and most importantly for us, that it can be stuck on paper and peeled back up without causing damage. So we'll be using washi tape to come up with some geometric designs that will remain unpainted in our final design, and using the X-Acto knife to clean up ragged edges and cutting additional designs out of our tape. As always when using a knife, be mindful of where your hands are and don't cut in a way that the blade could slip and hurt you. In addition, be careful to cut lightly. You want to cut through the tape, but do your best to leave the paper intact. Now that we have our base design done, it's time for paints. The first step is to take a clean brush and use it to spread a thin layer of water over the entire page. Just get it everywhere you'd like paint, and don't worry about avoiding the tape. And the next is to load up your brush with whatever color you would like to use. We're going to be blobbing it on there so you don't have to worry about much besides just picking colors that you think will look good next to each other and mixing with each other. It's getting to be bright and green outside, so I'll be using yellow, green, and blue myself. Clean your brush by swirling it in your cup of water before each new color, and make sure you work quickly enough to paint the whole thing without the water drying off the page. We'll need it to still be wet for our next step. And while you're painting, if you notice there are certain areas the pigment is sticking to in the page more firmly and creating an irregular color, don't worry. That's just texture, and it's half the reason to be painting this yourself. Now that you have the piece entirely painted, it's time to toss some salt over the top. Just sprinkle it over the wet page and then wait for the piece to entirely dry. After a few minutes, once the page is dry to the touch and you're certain it's ready, you can take your brush and gently remove the salt. Brushing it too hard can scratch your paints. This will have given your piece a subtle but lovely mottled pattern. And our final step is to just gently peel off the tape and you'll be done.